And this is the problem with long distance relationship. You're not gonna see all sides of who the person is. You know what I'm saying? If it was up to me, what I would do is I would establish things up front. You know what I'm saying? If I'm interested in getting to know her like that, you know, and I'm not gonna say, hey, it's just me and you. It can't be, you can't be fucking with nobody else. Well, you know, I'm not gonna even say no shit. I'm not gonna even say no shit like that to her. When I talk to her, I talk to her. But I'm not gonna tell her, hey, you shouldn't be fucking with nobody else when you're not talking to me. I wouldn't even say no shit like that, you know, because I know most women ain't gonna be able to live up to that shit. Because when I hang out the phone with her, like I said, you don't know what the hell that woman got going on over there. She might be a damn escort. You don't know. You don't know what type of job she got. You don't know what she do for a living. You don't know her friends. You don't know her family. You don't know anything. You don't know. That's just reality, you know. And people put their best foot forward, just like I said. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to really know who she is until you around her the majority of the time under the same roof. You know what I'm saying? You're around her 2-3 months out of the year, something like that, or better. That's when you get a good feel of what type of person she is. You see her on the day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? You see how she dress. She ain't just taking the best outfit she got when she go on vacation to see you. You know, or her best shoes when she go on vacation to see you. You see all her shoes, damn near all her dresses, all her clothes. You see, does she dress? Does she actually dress good, or just some shit just to see me? You know what I'm saying? Because you have some women, well, they might not cook, for example, all the time, but she'll make the exception for you. But if y'all were living together, this bitch probably would eat out all the time. But you ain't gonna know that for sure because you see her once a year. Y'all meet up once a year and it's like a vacation. You know what I'm saying? And she lie about some shit because most of these other groups of people, if they would rather lie than look bad. And everything, you know, that's just how it is. They'd rather lie than look bad. And these other places, they're scam countries, basically. Now, you might say, well, everybody ain't lying. That's true. Everybody ain't lying. But in these other places, lying is not looked down upon like it is where I'm from. Where I grew up, if you lie all the time, we don't even want you around. People don't even want you around if you lie all the time, right? In other countries, other cultures of people, lying, if you ain't lying, they look at you like you stupid, you an idiot. What you being open? What you being honest with him for? I mean, if they look at it like if you're not manipulating or taking advantage of the person, regardless of their character, some people would take that as you being weak. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to understand the mentality of the person that you're dealing with. This is now she might not be like that, but that's where she came from. That's where she came from. My grandmother used to say, you can't play in the pool without getting some water on you. Or you can't play in the mud without getting some mud on you. either or. And that's true. If you really think about it, that, you know, that analogy it is true. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I always tell people, hey, just date local in your local area, town, city. Even if you have to go a state over or 2 towns over, that's okay. Or an hour or 2 away driving distance, that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. That's not, but when you have to go to another country, that's a whole different ball game. You know, that's a whole different ball game. But an hour or 2 away, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing, man. You know, it's like it's a complete different ball game once you got to get on a plane and fly to another country. You got to get a passport. You got to get a visa sometimes. The other person, even you, depending on the country, you might have to get some lab work done. That's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying?